channel. Today I am going to do some stats as of last year, which was 2021, plus I'm going to do my favorite books and my non-favorite books. Type of a 2-in-1 video. So first, my stats. I read a total of 21 books last year, which was pretty awesome, I gotta say, considering all I was doing. My stats, I read 17 novels, 2 novellas, 1 anthology, and 1 arc. I read a total of 6,865 pages, and the most read month was March and October with 4 books. I read 4 books. My reread, I only had 1 reread that I read. My average book per month was 1.75, so sometimes I read 2, sometimes I read 3, sometimes I read 4, but mostly I only read 1 book per month. My representation, I had 2 queer books. I read 2 books with a person of color. I read 1 book that featured a disability of some kind. I read 1 book with featured a religion of some kind. I read 6 books that had multiple things, so it could have had a queer character and a person of color, or a person with a disability, or a person with religious, it's multiple. And then 10 books, I read 10 books that had none of those, none, like they were white and I guess not normal, but like, I don't know what you explain. There's just like none of the different stuff. Okay. Then we have genres. I read 3 fantasy, 2 classics, 2 nonfiction, 3 paranormal romance, I think, and 4 contemporary, 2 science fiction, and 1 other. Which I guess was a genre, but didn't make it into those other genres. I don't know what that 1 other was, so we'll see. We had 4 2-star books, 9 3-star books, 6 4-star books, and 3 5-star books. So this year was definitely a lower year. We had most of our books, 13 books was the 3 and 2 stars, where we had 9 books had 4 and 5 stars. So that year was the least not a good reading year. There was a lot of books that I didn't like, and that's okay. You live and you learn. The average rating per book was a 3.47, so I rated it, again, down the middle, 3 stars, basically. And then my format read, I read 36% audio, that's 8 books were audio, 3 books were ebooks, and that was 14%, and 50% physical. And I really like that number. I want to do more ebooks. Again, reading more ebooks, that would be really profound, but I haven't touched a lot of ebooks. And not a lot of ebooks go into my feed. I don't yet. I read 8 adult, 7 YA, and 7 middle grade. So I think that's pretty good. So So now we're going to go into the books I loved and the books I hated. We're going to start with the books I hated because we love to hate. So the first book is Haunted by Danielle Vega. This one got a 2.5 rating on Goodreads. I did not like the story at all, but I have read Danielle Vega before. I read her Merciless, the first book in the Merciless series, and I love that book so much. Creepy vibes, exorcism, definitely that. Haunted is about a ghost story, and it's a ghost in her house. Now, this ghost is very, it's definitely creepy. It has that creepy ambience, but what I didn't like was the group of people. The teenagers and the cliques, I didn't like that at all. Like the teenager angst, because normal teenagers, some people hang out with different groups. I understand that. But this was different people from different groups are forming a friendship, and it just didn't make sense to me because she was like the new girl, and some people were like, oh, she's like, yeah, I just didn't understand it. I think I have a whole vlog reading that book on my channel. If I do, I will link that in the cards. So it should show up here or down here, whatever. The next book I did not like was Cemetery Boys. Another vlog I did. This one, I rated a 2.5. I did not like this. There was a couple problems, and I will link my vlog here if you want to watch it. Definitely did not really enjoy this book at all. It is about a boy or girl who is transgender. She is basically a boy, and she wears a corset thing that like squishes her boobs. So yeah, and she kind of meets. It's kind of like a love story between her and this ghost, which later on, no. But she tries to summon a ghost, and she summons this other ghost, teenage ghost that is dying or something. And yeah, it's okay. It's not the best. I read it because I wanted to read a 5-star book, and somebody loved it, and I hated the book. Like, it was not for me at all. Then the next book I rated a 2 stars, which was The Year of Rest and Relaxation. I don't remember this author's last name, but a lot of people love this book. This book did not, and I mean I did not like this book at all. Like I don't know. I just think it was an audiobook, and I just didn't like this book at all. It was not for me. It was definitely very boring, and the girl is watching, like she inherits her family's money, and she spends a year of just resting and relaxation. So that means she's doing whatever she wants, basically. And she basically like watches soap operas and TV and movies, and she's just like doing drugs and getting sleep and sleeping all day, and it's just like, I don't know, it's like dumb. I don't know. I didn't like it. The next book I read, oh wait, that's not, next book I didn't like was a short story collection, and short stories get like a 3 stars generally because you love them and you don't, and I don't necessarily know which stories I didn't love. I think I didn't love most of them, but it's a Junior Great Books, The Canterbury Tales of Geoffrey Chandler and the Jungle Book and Fables, and was rating a 2 star. And this one, definitely, it didn't. The Jungle Book, I love the movies. I love the adaptation and stuff, but I don't love the book. It just wasn't for me, and it's old English. It was hard to kind of understand, and it was hard to get into. And of course, it's telling the life of this kid who lived in the jungle, basically, and how he grew up and how he keeps going back to the jungle. It's interesting, but it's not amazing. The fables were really short. I think it's by Leo Tolstoy, and I do love him as an author and stuff. I was super excited about that. I don't think any of the stories really lived up to that greatness because the fables were really short and they're like little snippets of a story. So it's not really, I didn't really like that. Now on to the best books I read for 2021. Yay! So the first book I rated a 4.5, and this is Sailor Moon Stars Volume 3. Absolutely loved this book. This is definitely one that I absolutely loved, and this one kind of takes it into the Dark Moon phase, and yes, and so some of the artwork's pretty good. I love the characters. Though I think the only thing that I knocked it down a star is because I did not like how Usagi turned into a girl and her and Memorial are still making out. She is a kid, and so is he, essentially, because he's in college. And she's a kid too, but she's essentially in high school. I don't know. I love the series. This is more nostalgia for me. So, but it's not, so it was good. I liked it. I loved it. Yes. So, yes. The next book I really loved was another book I read physically. This is Wild Lore, The Accidental Apprentice. Now, this one's so good. I highly recommend this. This one is about a boy named, what was his name? Barclay? Yeah, Barclay. A boy named Barclay, and he is an apprentice for this mushroom farmer. So him and his friend, I think his name is, I don't remember his friend, but him and his friend, who's also an apprentice, works with this mushroom farmer, and they're trying to find exotic mushrooms on the edge of the forest. Nobody's allowed into the forest because then you kind of get lost forever. They wander inside the forest and they meet this girl with a beast. She is right there, and with the beast, and she kind of tries to get this mushroom, and he accidentally kind of runs into this beast creature, and the beast attaches him to him, attaches himself to him. So they form a bond. And she has a dragon. She's bonded to the dragon. So that's her creature. But there's different creatures that that will bond to people. And this is a higher level monster. So he it's all about him training, and it has my favorite trope in this book, which in any fantasy type of story I love, when there's characters that are friends with you and then they turn around and do something else that is unexpected. I love that. So this has a really good predominant friendship group, and I love the story so much. I need to reread this ASAP because I love this so much. It also deals with grief, which is a good thing. I mean, it deals with grief in a way about what do you call it, abandonment and stuff. So it does deal with grief in this book, and it does handle it really, really well. So I would highly recommend you check this book out. You can check it out for the library or anything. It's so good. The next book I loved was I Am Still Alive. Believe it or not, I rated this book 5 stars. This is a young adult book. I listened to it on Audible, not hashtag not sponsored, but I love this book. This is about a girl who is in the woods and she's trying to survive. And that's all you need to know, really. Don't read the blurb on Goodreads. Don't read the inside check if you own the physical book. This book is amazing by itself, just to be read by itself. It's so good. It has, it features abandonment, feels of abandonment. It has the whole woodsy vibe. It has kind of a thriller-esque story behind it. So all of that, it was amazing, and I absolutely loved it. The last book is a horror book, another middle grade book I read, which was Small Spaces. And this was also a 5-star read. I loved this book so much. This is about a girl who receives this notebook, and it is called Small Spaces. And it's literally about this kind of killer guy, this creepy dude, who turns people into scarecrows. OMG. I loved this book so much. It gave me October vibes. It was perfect read. It was amazing. Hands down, one of my favorite books of all time. It made it into that list. I loved the writing, and it was by the person who did, what was that popular book? Oh, I forgot it. It was by Catherine Applegate, I think. It might not have been her. No, wait, I have my reading log right here. Dummy, right? Catherine Arden. And I think she wrote The Bear and the Nightingale. Now it's coming to me. But yeah, I loved the writing of this book. It was amazing, beautiful. And it didn't leave my, I think it has a sequel, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I think it should, no, because normally it does have a sequel. It is a series, so yeah. But yes, I love this book so much. It was so great. We have like the characters of the what do you call it? The scarecrows kind of come alive, and it's very creepy. And also the Smiling Man, if you know what I'm talking about. The Smiling Man. Oh my god, that one was so creepy. Anyway, yeah, and those are the books that I didn't like and I liked for the year 2021 and my stats. Just comment down below if you've read any of these books. And if you want to read some of those books that I rated 5 stars, or if you don't, that's fine too. Just comment down below, say hi, welcome back, and yeah. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in another video. Bye bye.